They got in, now they control it, and they are really, boasting about it, and they are talking about it, and then they are laughing at us all the way to the bank.
Thank you.
How do the Korean retailers get the money to start up these beauty supply stores? To find out, I traveled to the University of California at Berkeley and spoke with Professor John Lee.
Many of the ones that started recently came from South Korea that was much more enriched. So by selling their farm or by selling their apartment, they could have this initial pot of money to start relatively small businesses in urban areas. Furthermore, they had encouragement, sometimes quite explicitly in terms of funding by relatives, friends, and other sorts of religious or whatnot networks to provide them with money to start their business. So it's fair to say that there are all sorts of formal and informal means by which Korean Americans and South Korean business people dominate the market and are implicitly unwilling to let competition challenge their dominance.
So the two magazines, they're all in Korean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does that seem like fair business practice?
Yeah, well, as I said before, this is one of the mechanisms by which South Koreans and Korean American merchants ensure the domination of the market.
It's Otis.
Later, I learned that what we're seeing now, the Korean domination of the black hair industry, had its start back in the early 60s with the help of both the Korean government and the United States government. This is Chosun, one of the most respected newspapers in South Korea. And it's inside the archives of this newspaper that I discovered a document from 1965 in which the wig manufacturers in Korea convinced the Korean government to ban the export of raw hair, making it impossible for anyone to manufacture wigs from the highly desirable Korean hair population except for the Korean manufacturers themselves. And 6 months after the Korean ban on the export of hair, the United States government banned the import of any wig that contained hair from China. This ban on Chinese wigs virtually locked in the wig business for these South Korean merchants. So it seems that what we're seeing today, the Korean domination of the black hair industry, had its start with the help of both the Korean and the United States government almost 40 years ago.
You blow the whistle on what's going on, just like we were discussing now, and inform people. They'll be surprised and delighted too.
Well, I think people are informed, but I mean, black people as a whole, they just don't have much unity as Koreans do, or any other race. It just doesn't have much unity as a whole. We don't stick together.
Well, you know, this is a new millennium, and people, if they look at the past, and perhaps they can deduce from that they can change the future based on the past.
They can, but the young people have to be enlightened. The black dollar needs to be spent with your black people as much as possible.
We kind of take each other for granted sometimes, but I think when things like this happen, we always seem to come together like other tragedies. And, you know, human nature allows us to do that.
We can come together for human tragedies, but when it comes down to the almighty dollar, that's not the case. They did not seem to pull together for the dollar.
Denny's Restaurant, Oakland, California. Here, members of the black beauty supply industry in Northern California have gathered to discuss the Korean domination of their industry and the possibility of creating an organization to take back the black hair industry.
Now, we used to have a total monopoly on this beauty business. Now we've lost. It's only about 2 or 3 of us in Oakland now, and it used to be nothing but us in Oakland purchasing these products.
Most of the beauty supplies in the Bay Area, Korean beauty supplies, they have organizations. And their organization, most of the time, they tell who to sell and who not to sell. Like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, when micro yak was so popular and so hot, they wouldn't sell to me. And the reason they wouldn't sell to me is like glamorous, and Ebony told them not to sell. And sometimes we used to order through Ahmed, you know, like Merit Beauty Supply, because they don't see.
They don't think you're black. The Koreans don't think you're black.
No, I mean, when they call me, they think that, you know, I'm a Korean store. You know?
Are you black or Asian? How do you feel about that? Are you black or Asian? I was like,
That's crazy.
What does that have to do with me purchasing a product from you?
So, since they can't sell it to us, why we can't sue them?
We have people that are able to get these hair products.
Right.
I think that's where we need to start. And then we go to the next level, because if they don't want to sell to you, they will figure out a way not to sell to you. A lawsuit will just make them even stronger-willed about it.
The way I'm looking at it, if you walked into Macy's, Macy's discriminated against you, what would you do?
Well, you know what? It's a whole different world. You have more. Okay.
If you don't tell me nothing, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Okay.
Lawsuits may get their attention. Bad publicity may get their attention, but you know what will get their attention? Money. If your money does not go to them and it goes to somebody else, and then once you start giving money, you start swaying the way they think.
Just a few months after this meeting, BOBSA is created, the Black-Owned Beauty Supply Association. Their first event is here at this gospel event on the square in Oakland, California. It's here that they begin to raise awareness of the black hair issue and promote a hair show.
I'm from Dallas, and I got my hair from Korean Beauty Supply.
What do you think about what they're trying to do?
I think that is great. I am just like so on board with that. We are a black-owned beauty supply, and what we are, $10 in Dallas, in Texas. We are like all about supporting black-owned businesses, and we complain about that a lot, that there aren't any black-owned beauty supplies in Texas. So, you know, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's about time. I just think it's very interesting. I got a little information about it. They had their little line card that gave me names of different people in different areas, which is very helpful. And then they are under association with, these are reputable hairdressers. So, and that's important too, because your hair is important.
If this generation goes, no beauty supply, we can forget it. We can forget it. Nobody will come up. We're just barely scratching the surface trying to say, hey, wait, you can't take that from me. Hey, wait a minute, I'm a part of this. What are you doing? They won't have the know-how or the power to be able to go into that, because it'll be totally dominated by Koreans. Totally dominated.
Richmond, California. The members of BOBSA are meeting here in the back room of a local beauty supply store.
Black men positive ad in the magazine that we saw. Okay, so the total amount $2,007.
And finalized plans and a budget for the black hair show they're promoting in just a few weeks.
You see, we have a balance there. It's a simple, durable book because it's gonna need to be passed around, and it has our name and.
Okay, everyone take a look up here. This is the representative of the beginning stages of our BOBSA organization. These are the people that are working to make a difference, to make a change. Action speaks louder than words. These people are taking action. They're taking the first step, and we need to continue this. So let's give them a round of applause.
This is the first BOBSA hair show, held in Northern California.
Thank you everyone for attending. We really appreciate your time, and we hope we made a difference in your thought pattern.